Hey, welcome people that want to learn about options without paying anything. And, the last video that I made was from let me try to do some math. The Friday was the 25th. The last video I showed you was from the 18th, where I showed you how I took an expiration position where I really didn't want it to close at 32 and a half. It did close at really close to 32 and a half. And I wound up making $8,000. Then, for some stupid reason, I moved my money to E-Trade because they offered me $800 and I was more familiar with their tools. I was actually at Peak 6 when they created E-Tools. E-Trade's Power Trader, they bought it from Peak 6. It was called Option House. And what they did was they sold E-Trade like 90% of their platform. I was used to using 100% of their platform. I knew more about Power E-Trade than they did because I used it at Peak 6, and I thought that the tools would be easier. They're offering me $800 to trade. Interactive Brokers is fantastic. Their customer service is great, but I got to learn their tools. E-Trade was offering me $800 for free to move my money, and I told them going in I need top options clearance. Interactive Brokers gave me top options clearance in 1 day without me even depositing a penny. E-Trade I was on the phone with for days and days and days. They wouldn't approve me for anything other than level 2, which didn't even let me sell a single option. It was a complete waste of time, and I had to make 40 phone, I made tons of phone calls. They kept on promising to call me back, and like guaranteeing to call me back. Like at one point a guy said, I said, you guys have been screwing me over. I'm trying to send my money back to Interactive Brokers because my experience with them was a nightmare. And then $194,000 is in the wind, and I couldn't trade expiration last Friday. And at 4:02, I say to the E-Trade guy, have a major guy call me. This is ridiculous. This shouldn't be happening. You've cost me 3 days of trading. Last time I traded, I made $9,000. You're costing me a fortune. And you're idiots. I have 35 years of experience, and all you let me do is be tier 1. I had my money with you, and I was tier 4 when I left. Why am I only been a pro for tier 2 when I called you and said that I'm moving my account to trade options, and I have 35 years of experience doing so, and I was tier 4 when I left? They would only give me tier 3. So E-Trade was a frustrating experience, and they didn't give me 800 like they said. They gave me 600. And, the rule was that you got to have that 600. To get that $600, you have to have your money in the account for like 3 to 6 months. They were so incompetent when they finally figured it out and they did transfer my money. The $600 promotion that I needed to be there for 3 months for, they sent me that too. So I made $600 off of their incompetence, but it wasn't worth it because I missed out in like $15,000 in trading profits, and the whole thing was a hassle. So they were so incompetent they gave me $600 that I didn't deserve. I might even sue them in the future for, mental strain and the fact that I wasn't able to trade for 3 days, which would have made me $15,000. These are all easy to prove. I just need to call a lawyer friend and see if it's a layup lawsuit. If it is, I'm suing them. If you research E-Trade, they've had plenty of customer complaints. Here's a great thing about Interactive Brokers. If they're busy, they just say hit 1, we'll call you back when we can handle you. E-Trade, when they're busy, they put you on hold and they say, while you're on hold, enjoy some music composed by some of our employees. And it must have been a collaboration or something, but the song they play is the exact same song every time. You're on hold for 30 minutes. Interactive Brokers You just hit one and they call you back. I'm stuck listening to the same song that's supposedly written by their employees, and I got my own music, man. I play my own music. I don't want to listen to their music. I want them to just call me back. And I'm stuck for 30 minutes listening to their music, and usually I get somebody and they hang up on me and they don't call back, and I got to call back again and listen to another 30 minutes of their terrible music. I've got plenty of music, including my own. Like, hell, let's listen to one of my songs. Just because I'd rather listen to my own stuff instead of their stuff. Let's just take a time out and watch me. Because I'm up money, and hell, why not? I do have the trading channel. I also have a channel called Brad Laidman Pop Culture Learning. That was my first thing, and I use it to post videos of myself. So I would rather hear me. I'd rather hear me than that crappy music that they play. So let's just check out me and this kid. This kid is
Dentists
actually,
hate when you do this, but they can't stop you.
I'd
This
rather
new
hear
100
me than them. This is me. Okay, this is me a couple years ago when I was in better shape. I'm getting in better shape. I got out of shape. I was depressed. I quit smoking at labs and get sick and healthy, and I'm exercising, and I'll be back in shape like this, and I'll quit smoking. This kid is a fantastic drummer that I made, and he is unbelievable on the keyboard. This kid, he grew up in the gospel church. He has no idea where middle C is. He can't name a single note on the keyboard. He doesn't know that major scale is simply C, D, F, G, A, D. But he's only heard this song once. Let's fast forward and come here to what the hell? I'm okay. I wrote this song. Look at what this kid does. He can't even know it on the keyboard. And he's a drummer. This guy's one of the best drummers in the world. Look at that. His name's actually Isaac Rogers. He's kind of started a music group. He goes by ID. I can't remember why I call himself ID, but he's brilliant. Enough of that. You come here for music, but it's better than nitrate music. I can call you straight and play the aircraft, but I'm not going to do that. Let's go back to the options. I had to start from scratch again, and as you can see, I'm instantly up $4,200. The only thing I'm upset about is look at where it says Portfolio Delta. You can see that I'm short 3,952 Gamma. I came in Friday, I bought like 313 shares of DJT, and I sold it on the opening up $3. That was dumb because it's up 7. I cost myself $900, but you know, hell, I'll live. So on the day I'm stock I'm only up 100. My portfolio deltas, the only thing I'm upset about is it should sum them. It shows in the top right corner my theta, which is minus 9200, and my vega. The most important thing a trader needs to know is the delta of their entire position. And by my math, and I have to use a calculator right now, I'm short about 2100 deltas. I'm going to get flat by the end of the day, which means 0 deltas. Professional traders try to keep themselves flat, but it's up $6. I don't think it's going to go up much more. In fact, actually, it's up 7, but it was up even more than that. And it's just gotten ridiculous. People seem to think that this worthless stock is actually like a bet on the election. It's not. I don't want Donald Trump to be president. I actually bet that he's going to win the election. And I'm going to vote against him, but I bet that he's going to win the election because I think it is. And if he wins the election, this thing is probably going to 80. If he loses the election, it's going to 2. So you can see that today from scratch, I've gotten ready for that. I have bought all kinds of premium for November 24th, which is the election, where it's going to 100% move like $20, and I've sold a bunch of premium in November before the election. That's a time spread, and look, I paid a ton. I bought the, let's see which straddles I bought. There is a straddle here somewhere. Let me organize it. I need to filter it. I'm still new to the tools. Okay. Alright, so you can see the November 40 straddle where I buy calls and puts, and I'm up money on the day on that, I believe. The November 40 calls and puts, I'm long that straddle at $8. Oh no, that's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the November 24 expiration. Alright, and you can see I'm long the 45 straddle, and I paid $28 for it. It's currently, its intrinsic value is 60 cents. I paid $28 in premium for a straddle. It's got to move $28 for me to just break even, which is ridiculous, but as you can see, I've sold a bunch of stuff in November before the election against it, and when this stuff expires, this thing's still going to be trading for like $20 because everybody knows that it's going to move $20 or more for the election. I consider this free money. I'm not recommending you do this. Nothing I say is a recommendation. I'm just showing you what I do, and I've been doing this for years. Started from scratch. I'm up $4,200. Now I'm up $3,900. At some point, I need to get flat, and the stock is going up again. So if it gets back down to 45 again, I'm going to buy 2,000 shares. It's going up, it's going up. So you can see my profit's going down a little bit. I'd like to buy it back at like 45.25, and I will give it the day. But you can see I'm up a good amount of money. I shouldn't have sold my 317 shares on the opening. That cost me $900. You can see here my realized profit from buying it Friday night after the close is $1,000. And it's going to the moon. I don't know why people are buying this stock. If he wins the election and it goes to 90, it's an even bigger short than it was before. That's the thing, is that if he loses the election, I'm going to make a fortune. This stock will be trading $3. And I'm not a big fan of his. No politics on this channel. I'm just talking about DJT stock. I'm going to vote against him, but if he loses, it'll go to 2 and I'll make a fortune. If he wins and it goes to 80, not only do I make a fortune, but I keep getting to trade this opportunity of a lifetime. Because like I said over and over again, this stock is trading on an implied volatility of like 300. Other than the one day, the election day, it never gaps. It just opens up like 50 cents or a couple bucks, and then it just keeps moving in that direction, and you just hop on board. That's not a volatile stock. I mean, if I would have just bought the open up to, I'd be up $5. And you can do that every single day. It just seems to move in one direction every single day. It doesn't gap. The only time it gapped was when he got shot. It was up $4 and immediately went back down. And every single day, if it opens up $1, it winds up 3. Today it opened up 2. It's up 7. That's not a volatile stock. If you're short when it opens, you just get a little long. And even if you're short premium, you will make money. I should have done that today, but I was starting from scratch with 300 shares of stock. I sold the stock and I put this position on. I'm already up $5,000 and I'm a little bit short. I think it's a little bit out of control. I think I can buy this 2,000 deltas back at $45 and have the perfect, for me, position on. I've also got to worry about Gamma, so I'm short about 2,100 shares, but I'm actually long Gamma. So right now, as it goes up, well, I'm short a little Gamma. And so Gamma is how your delta changes. Now, the morons that are talking about the gamma squeeze that's going to happen, the short squeeze, the gamma squeeze that's going to happen in the stock, that's going to send it to 5,000. All right, dudes, no market maker is short November premium in any stock. They're not going into any expiration short this thing. The stock is unshortable. They know it's worthless. They may be selling options, but they're not stupid. This isn't GameStop. It never gaps, except it's going to gap on the election. There's no gamma squeeze. A gamma squeeze is when it keeps going up and you keep getting shorter and shorter and shorter. You can sell right now. Let's look at this. Right now, you can sell the November 1st. They expire in 4 days, and you can sell the November 65 calls at $1.18. I do not recommend that you do that. I recommend you sell some meat and you buy these things against it. That's what I did. But, you sell, if you are a market maker and you sell the 65 calls, you sell the 65 calls 100 times for $1.20. That is $12,000 if the stock does not go up $19 by Friday. And it never gaps, so you hedge it with a little bit of stock, and you just stay delta neutral, and you'll make money. And there's no gamma squeeze. Gamma squeeze is when it opens up $20, and suddenly you're short 10,000 deltas, and you don't know what to do because you think it's going to zero. It keeps going up. That's what happened in GameStop. This is not GameStop. This is the dumbest investors of all time. They seem to think that the stock price is indication of, support for Trump. They think this stock's going to be worth a fortune. Even if he gets elected, this stock is worth $1 or less. So as I say, either way, right now, I will make money when it moves on the election. And if it goes to zero, I make a fortune. But I don't want that to happen. I don't want him to be president. But I don't want that to happen, because if it goes to 2, the opportunity of a lifetime that this is disappears forever. If it goes to 80, the fun remains, and I just sell call spreads until it goes back down to where it should go, which is about $14. Now, I do feel sorry for that poor dude that got $7.5 million, 7.5 million shares of stock in the IPO. Him and his company had 7.5 million shares. They waited 6 months. It was trading 70. That guy had to sweat out 6 months of the lockup period where it did nothing but go down from 70 to 14. And the very first day, he sold all of his stock, 7,500,000 shares of stock at $14 and like 80 cents, all except for 100 shares. And he made $500 million. And since then, the stock has tripled. So he has lost now, because he sold it, he lost 7.5 million times 30. I'm not even getting the calculator out. That's a lot of money. 7.5 times 30. That's like, he blew like $300 million. No, he probably blew like $1 billion, but he got $500 million, and for this worthless piece of garbage, how much do you really need? I'm not even going to show you the end of the day. That's the end of the second live trading video. I'm up $4,700 right now. I taught you a lot. DJT is $4,682. I'm still up $4,500. I'm gonna hang out for an hour or so and see where it goes. My thing is, I think that it's already up $8. There's no reason for it to be up $8. I'm only short 2,000 deltas, so if it goes up another $2. I break even, so I'm going to stay shorted for a couple hours. But by the end of the day, I will be flat. And you can see that I know what I'm doing because I'm up $4,700 right now from scratch, from 9:30 a.m. to to 11:38. In 2 hours, I'm up $4,700. And I'm not a market maker. I used to be a market maker where I picked my things. I had to basically give up the bid-ask spread, which is huge, to the market makers, and I knew what I'm doing, and I'm up $4,700. If this stock goes back to 45, which I think it will at some point today, I buy it back and I make another $2,000, and I have the exact position for expiration on that I want. That's your DJT update for the day. I am completely delighted with the position I have on now. I am completely delighted that I'm back with Interactive Brokers, and I got E-Trade out of my thing. If you want to hear their terrible music, call them during the trading day, and just get put on hold. Tell their thing that you're a representative and you want to open a new account. You'll be on hold for 30 minutes. You can listen to their terrible music, and let me know in the comments if you like my music better than their music. It is composed by their own employees. Many songs. It's always the same song, so it must have been a mass collaboration. I would be willing to bet, and I'm not making any unclaced claims, but it's my suspicion that that was not composed by their employees. Their employees are supposed to know about trading. They might be musicians, but listen to that song. They always play the same song for 30 minutes as you're on hold, and it's the same song all the time. You wait for on hold with E-Trade for 30 minutes. You bring up your thing with their employees, and they drop the line and don't call you back. That's happened to me 15 times. I don't think I ended the story. I was so frustrated that I said, look, have somebody important call me. And the guy said, okay, this senior manager is in a position, in a meeting. I guarantee you that he will call you in the next hour. I didn't receive a call back. Not even by like an underling that just said the guy can't call you back. That's what I dealt with at E-Trade. I'm not slurring E-Trade. I'm just saying exactly what happened to me. And that's why I fled back to Interactive Brokers. Thank God I did. I'm already up $5,000 on my first day back, and I may sue E-Trade. May, if it's the layup, or I may take them to arbitration, because they were so incompetent that they had $194,000 of my money flying in the wind. I should have been able to trade expiration and make money on Friday. I couldn't, because it took them forever, and the money didn't get there until like Saturday, and I wasn't able to trade expiration, and they cost me a fortune. Because I know what I'm doing. So this is free. I'm not selling anything. If you want to learn options, I'm the guy to do it. Alright, I am short 2,000 deltas in DJT. I'm still up money. I will hedge it, the 2,000 deltas, in the end of the day. The only thing I'm upset with right now, and I'm learning how to do it, is that Interactive Brokers will not sum up. I can't figure out how to sum up my deltas. I got to use a calculator. The most important thing a professional trader needs to know is what his delta is and what his gamma is for the entire position. You know, some companies like group things by spreads you put on. They call them condors. They call them verticals. You, as somebody trading options, you just want to see your entire position. You want to know what your delta is for the entire position. You want to know your vega, your theta, and your gamma. Right now it's showing my theta. Right here is, I'm short 3,900 vega theta. That means every day it just sits there. That's $3,900 in profit. Vega, I'm long. So if volatility goes higher, every point the volatility goes higher, I make $352. I'm really proud of myself. I put on a fantastic position, and you know, I don't think I have to touch it until expiration. If I wanted to, I could sell more premium in November, because to me all the volatilities in the November 8th, the November 8th 24 calls, which are the election calls. The elections on Tuesday, those expire on Friday, so I've bought the election and I've sold before the election. Now, if it's 100% at some point, or it becomes so obvious that Kamala Harris is going to lose, then you know, if it's like 99% that Trump is going to win the election, like by Thursday, then this stock is just going to go to the moon, and I'll still make money a little bit on the move, you know, because my gamma's flat. I'll if it, you know, but I'll do okay if it like goes to 80 before the election, because everybody assumes that Donald Trump is a 99% favorite to win. But at that point, I'm still going to bet the election. And you know, it'll if it's trading 80, dude, the stock is worthless even if he's president. The only thing he can do to make this stock worth anything is order his friend Elon Musk to buy it for $100. And you know, I guess Elon Musk can afford to pay like $500 million for this worthless company. It would be a financial crime because they're competitors. He owns Twitter, and this is True Social, which is a competitor. That would be a financial crime, but hey, Donald Trump commits financial crimes every day, and he gets away with it. That's a possibility. He just says to his buddy Elon Musk, hey, buy this thing off me. You get rid of me as competition, even though he's no competition. He proved that he was no competition because he stopped only posting on Truth Social and has to start posting on Twitter again, which shows you that this stock is worthless. I mean, he understood that his message wasn't getting out on Truth Social, and he returned to Twitter and became best friends with Elon Musk. And Elon Musk is now actively buying votes for him. So it's conceivable that Elon Musk can just buy this thing for $100, and it gets rid of a competitor. That's what Mark Zuckerberg does all the time. when Snapchat comes or Instagram comes or whatever it is, it's a competitor to him. He just buys them, and he remains his monopoly. Teddy Roosevelt would roll over in his grave because he was a trust buster, and he didn't believe in monopolies. We're not supposed to have monopolies in this country, but the FCC and the SEC, they don't stop it. These companies keep buying their competitors. That's anti-competitive, monopolistic behavior. That's not capitalism. Capitalism is competition. They're lying to you. They're not into capitalism. Capitalism is about competition. It's about efficiency. When you buy all your competitors, that is monopolistic behavior. Let me give you an example. What company has a monopoly that, first of all, Major League Baseball has an antitrust exemption, so they're allowed to be a monopoly. Donald Trump actually sued the NFL for being a monopoly, proved they were a monopoly, and they paid him $1 treble. That check has never been cashed. The NFL is a monopoly, and they make a fortune. If you have a monopoly, you will make a fortune. And, what does Donald Trump do every day? He decries the liberals for wanting to be communists and socialists. The NFL is completely a socialist operation, and they make a fortune. Capitalism is competition, and it is banning monopolies. I just watched the Joe Rogan podcast with Donald Trump, and Donald Trump said, tariffs are love. Tariffs are love. I can't think of a better word in the dictionary than love for tariffs. You see, like, the marks are flowing back and forth, and it looks like I'm losing money. But the stock's going down, so that's ridiculous. Your marks are going to fly around during the day, especially in a volatile stock where the markets are $0.50 wide. But I'm up money and the stock's going down. I'm going to end up about $6,000. I'm not even going to bother to show it to you. I'm going to end this video and post it immediately. Hopefully I get some new subscribers. But back again, he says, tariff is the most beautiful word in the dictionary. To me, tariffs mean love. Well, what about shouldn't love just be the most your favorite word in the dictionary? And then he goes, tariffs mean love. And you know what tariffs do? Donald Trump said that I try not to make this political. It's all about the fact that this stock is trading for like $10 billion market capitalization. It's completely worthless. But he says tariffs equal love. Tariffs cause inflation. I have an economic degree to prove it from Northwestern. He says he went to Wharton. He didn't go to the real Wharton. Look it up. He went to the mini Wharton. He's constantly saying. And he says tariffs equal love. Tariffs cause inflation. What's his number one thing? He's blaming inflation on Biden, and he's the tariff king. And look it up. Tariffs might protect American jobs, but the number one thing they do is they cause inflation, because you put a tariff on China, and China's products immediately become more expensive for you. And you know what China does? They get mad, and then they put tariffs on U.S. goods. So, it just causes inflation. Tariffs are ridiculous. It's a hostile thing where you cause inflation, mass inflation. Everybody loses out with tariffs. They're incredibly stupid. Do some research on Google on tariffs. I got a 4.0 at Northwestern in a statistical modeling program and economics and statistics. No one that's an economist that knows what they're doing thinks tariffs are a good idea, unless it's under special circumstances. They definitely cause inflation. You can see my mark is now down to $3,400, yet the stock is going in my direction. That makes no sense. That's just marks because everything's a $0.50 wide. So let's look at the no 45 calls, which I'm short 25 of. All right, this market is, it's 40 cents wide. And, you know, depending on where it trades, the marks are going to flow back and forth. I should post this at the end of the day to see how I did. Maybe I will, but I think I'm just going to just post it right now. And then I'll make a video tomorrow and I'll show you how I did. So right now my P&L has dropped from 5,000 to 3,600, yet DJT stock has gone in my direction because I'm short deltas. So, and I'm short $3,700. If it closes right here, my guess is that I'll be up $8 grand at the end of the day. We'll see if I'm right. But the important thing is to know the theoretics, and you'll see that I had to buy some November 65 calls just for margin protection. That never would have happened to me when I traded under a broker-dealer. These November 65 calls, even if it winds up at 70, they're not worth what I paid for them. I just got to do it to keep me under the margin, because if I shorted them every day, I'm going to stay flat. So if it opens up another dollar tomorrow, I'm going to get a little long, assuming that it continues its trend of just going up further from where it starts, and I'll just collect premium, and then I'll be long the expiration. There's a lot of learning that I gave you in this 37 minutes. I hope that you got past. You can fast forward through the music. Hope you got to the end. You'll be able to see. This is real money. You'll be able to see it. I'm not one of those jokers on the internet that claims that they know, wants to sell you a free package. If you do want to email me with questions, I will do my best to answer them for free. If you feel that my advice is worth anything, PayPal me some money. It's the same as my email address. I'll take it, but I'll answer them for free. I'm just in this for YouTube clicks because I'm going to be trading anyway. And I want to be Mr. Beast of options, and I deserve to be, because nobody knows options like me. That is your daily live trading report. This is real money. I'm up $4,900 right now. If the stock gets below 46, I'm going to get delta neutral. Right now I'm a little bit short, and I'm short gamma, and every second that goes by, I make $3,800 in decay, and I'm protected by the election options, and I'm short these garbage options. I love my new position, and here it goes. I'm up $5,200 right now. I'll post another short video just at the end of the day showing where I ended up. Peace and love. This is Brad Laidman. If I find my sunglasses, I'll film it. You may notice that the previous videos have shown me in the exact same shirt. Mitch Hedberg had a great shirt. He said, "This shirt is dry clean only," which means it's dirty. Alright, this shirt is clean. It just so happens that it's my favorite shirt. And I was probably wearing it last week when I posted my first video. I haven't even edited that, so it's not up right now. It will be up, but this is the second live trading video that I've filmed, and it's perfect. I'm just going to upload it to YouTube right now. 39 minutes of knowledge. I can show you a guy named Mighty Stocks that has him losing his biggest amount of money in DJT for 40 minutes, and it is just him. Look at Mighty Stock. Look at his video. I just took my biggest red day in DJT stock. It is a kid. He meanders around. He has no idea why he lost money. I made money in DJT. It made a $15 move, and I was short premium. That's a hard thing to do, and the reason is this stock doesn't gap. It's not volatile. It just opens up two and keeps going higher, and what you do if you're short premium is you just keep staying flat or a little long. This isn't a stock. Volatile is a stock that goes up 5, then it ends up down 10, then it's up 15 the next day. That's not this stock. Look at the trends. It opens up every day, up $1 or up 3/4, and it just drifts higher up all day. Any smart trader just stays flat, sells premium, and makes money, except for expiration day, where it will move probably $15 to $20. And as I've told you, I'm completely ready for it. Don't believe the people that don't know what they're talking about. They're talking about the gamma squeeze. It doesn't exist. Market makers are too smart to fall into that trap more than once. It worked in GameStop. It's not working this time. There is no gamma squeeze. There is no short squeeze. People are ready. They know their risks. Don't expect it to go to 100 on a gamma squeeze. It's going to 100 because it's going up because Donald Trump looks like he's a lock for the election. And if you see my positions, unfortunately, I bet a lot of money that Kamala Harris will lose the election. And I'm going to vote against my own financial interests. I'm going to vote against her. But I've made money on that, and I'm going to, if when he does win the election, and he appears to be a lock right now, you know, I'm going to make money both ways. If she does win, I'm going to make money. I'll lose money on my forecast bets. I'm going to make money. Like, now look, the stock has dropped $1 and I'm short and my marks are down 3,750. I was up $5,000. It's gone completely in my direction. It's dropped $1. It's plunging. I'm short and my profit is going down. That makes no sense. So understand that your midday marks are not going to make sense. I'm going to be up $8,000 by the end of the day. I will post a short video later in the day showing where I ended up when everything closes. You can't trust your marks in the middle of the day. Things fly around. All I know is I'm up money and I love my position. Peace and love. I know what I'm talking about. I got 35 years of experience. I learned from the smartest man in the world, and I will tell you stories about him. I talked to him. He arbitraged $22 million in 2 months, $27 million in 2 months, and he talked to him. He's proud of it. Instead of using his whole name, he will be referred to as Leon the Magnificent. He taught me everything you need to know about trading options. Then I worked for O'Connor Associates. Then I worked for Peak 6. I traded for myself, and I always made money. So the clowns that tell you that you can make money trading just for 1 hour a day, clowns. You got to watch these things all day long. Actually, I can go out and just go swimming because I got no risk here. I'm short 2,000 deltas. It was just 47, and now it's 46.9. I should be up another $1,500. Don't believe your midday marks. I will post another really short video showing you where I ended up. Right now, I started from scratch, and I'm up $3,700. 1,000 of which is just selling the 317 shares too early that I bought on Friday. Let's give it another second. Look, it's going in my direction. I'm short deltas unless I've got calculator problems, and it's not populating. This is my delta. If you sum these up, I should be net short. Short 2,000, long 2,000, flat, short 3,000, short 2,000, short 1,000. Okay, right now I'm actually long, looks like 1,200. That's because my gamma is here. This is the exact right time to get flat. So I'm going to immediately get flat here and lock in and be delta neutral right after I end this video. I just need to use some calculator time. As you can see, where's my P&L on the stock? I'm sorry, I'm new to the IB tools. That's not IB's fault. Interactive Broker's fault. That's funny. My musician friend calls himself IB, and I'm trading through IB. As you can see, I'm short 100 shares on the day, and I'm up $941. I sold the 100 shares higher. All right, let's go for it and do it. It's going to make the video longer, but let me get my calculator out and see what my delta is. I'm hoping that I can figure out how to get it so it just shows me and I don't have to use a calculator. But let's see. Delta, I'm long 6,000 plus another 2,000, so that's 8,000. All right, 8,000 plus 2,000. All right, so I've got 10,000 on the long side, and I am, where are my shorts? I own a lot of puts. I've got to have some shorts. Maybe I'm very long right now. No. Portfolio deltas. Alright. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,500, minus 2,600, minus 3,000, minus 4,000, minus 6,000, minus 8,000, minus 1,700. I'm long about 100 deltas. I don't have to do anything. I don't really want to be short DJT stock because it's hard to borrow. I'm going to buy 100 shares for a profit, and buy 100. I'm taking a profit because I sold it higher, and we'll see where I get filled.
Order partially filled. Order filled.
Alright, look. Alright, so on the day, I have made $3.17 three times, and I've scalped a little bit of money on 100 shares of stock. So I've made $1,000 that's free and clear on the stock on the day. I'm flat. What does it claim that my P&L is right now? For some reason, it's gone from 5,200 to $3,000, 3,700. There's no reason for that because I was short the whole time, and my guess is that it's going lower today. But I'm not going to make any bets. I'm flat. Real traders try to stay flat. My gamma is 110 minus 250. That's minus 150 plus 85, which is about long, is short 70. Flat. I'm short about 200 gamma, so that means that every dollar it moves, it changes my gamma, like fractionally. So I'm locked in. I don't really care where the stock goes. My P&L is probably inaccurate. I will post another video and show you where I ended up when everything's closed. My guess is, without touching this thing, I'll be up about $7,000. But I was up 5, and you see nothing has really changed except it's gone in my direction. The volatility may have changed, and I'm long 300 Vega, so if it went up, I make money. If the volatility came in, I lose money. But again, the reason I'm long Vega is because I own the November calls for the election, and I'm short the near terms. So I love being long Vega because I'm short theta. The more the volatility goes up in this stock for the election, I make more money. And in the meantime, my options before the election decay, and my options after the election, they're going to retain value for the election unless it goes from like a 60-40 Trump lead to a 99% Trump outcome. And I'm not an idiot. I'm not just trading for an hour a day, some simple one-time strategy. I'm checking this constantly. In the future, if these videos are too long for you, just fast forward through them. But you would not believe the masterclass that you got in 15 minutes. You saw I was up like 5,700. Nothing has changed. That's just marks. And my prediction, and I will post it quickly later, is I'll be up over $6,000 without touching this thing for the rest of the day. I'm going to post this video, and I'm going to exercise and eat breakfast. Peace out. This is Brad Laidman, your options expert. Got a sense of humor, and I actually know what I'm talking about, and I'm not trying to rip you off. If you're an old person, you shouldn't be trading options. Period. Unless you're a billionaire, and then if you're a billionaire, Why are you trading options? Options are not appropriate for older people. Options are not appropriate for 99% of the people. I don't care who tells you that they are on CNBC that you got to trade options. You shouldn't trade options unless you know enough about options like I do. And I've traded them for over 38 years. Don't listen to those people. They're ripping you off. There's another video on my page called My Charlatan Competitors. I formed this page because they're ripping people off, and I want to stop it. I'm giving you options knowledge for free if you want to trade options. My recommendation is stay away. It takes a long time to figure out how to do this. And if you want to do it right, you're going to have to be in front of your computer watching every tick every day. You can't just use somebody's free program that they actually charge you for and trade them an hour a day and leave them alone. Unless you just write calls against some stock you own. Don't listen to them. They're ripping you off. Nobody that's making a fortune in options needs to teach you anything for free. They want to keep that proprietary and secret. These people are thieves. Look at the video. Look at their, my father and son. Look at their screens. Look at the technical analysis. Another thing before I close, Leon the Magnificent, the first thing he taught me was, and you may disagree, but he's made millions and millions of dollars, $27 million in 2 months, and the first thing he taught me was that technical analysis stuff, it's all bullshit. All bullshit. None of that around me, and that's the same thing. So if you want technical analysis advice, you will never see it. All right, let's look at my risk profile before we leave for my position. All right, so this is today. Let's look at it in 3 days. Alright, so in 3 days, if it's anywhere around here, I make more money. This is today. The graphs are tough to look at, but basically, I want it to stick around here, but I'm not stupid. As it moves, I'm going to hedge myself and fix things. Right now, if it closes right here, I think I'm going to be up $8,000. I will post that video to show where my marks are at the end of the day. Nothing has changed, but it's gone in my own direction from the point I started this video and I was up $6,000. Now I'm up $3,000. Marks are a crazy thing. I'm delta neutral. I'm short theta. By the end of the day, if it closes anywhere around here, I should be fine. If it starts moving and I get short or long in the wrong direction, which I don't think I will because my gamma is not that big, I will hedge myself. That's how professional traders do it. They don't just put a position on and then go mow the lawn and then go to a cafe and drink coffee and not worry about it. They pay attention, and when the stock moves, they stay delta neutral. They lock in their edge. They use their expertise, and it's called risk arbitrage. You just got a master class in less than an hour. I hope you pay attention to it. Don't fall into the traps. You can't trade options for an hour a day and then just go swimming. Although with my position, I could probably go swimming. But I'll keep an eye on it because you never know what's going to happen. There could be an announcement. Camilla Harris could have a heart attack. Donald Trump could have a heart attack. And that would move this stock $40 and change everything. Camilla Harris could just say, I'm convinced I'm losing, and just drop out. That would make the stock go to 100. Donald Trump is an older gentleman. He could have a health issue. That would make the stock plunge. I don't think it's a volatile stock. It doesn't gap move. It did gap move the other day when they halted trading and it went down $4. But it's back up like $15 since then, and it does it slowly. That's the key. It does it slowly. It just moves in one direction slowly. It opened up $3 today, and it slowly went up to 7.5. So when I'm short premium, I stay flat, and I if it's up $2, I get a little long, and so far that there's only one day that wouldn't have worked in the past 30 days. That's how you trade this thing. I'm not recommending that you trade at options at all. In fact, I'm recommending that you stay out of this. You don't know what you're doing. If you want to replicate my positions, you do so at your own risk. This is purely to teach you what a professional does to make money. I'm now up $4,000 from scratch at the beginning of the day. I came in with only 300 shares and I made $900 on it. We'll see where I end up at the end of the day. Peace. You can fast forward through any of my videos. You can skip the music. At the end of the day, I will post a 5-minute video showing where I ended up on the day. It's over. Goodbye. Thank you for watching.